sensitivity. What is sensitivity? Sensitivity is to be able to experience and feel. If you are not sensitive, you are looking at a flower, smelling the flower, beautiful scenery, all these things, sunshine, waterfall. If you are not sensitive, you won't experience it. To become sensitive, one has to have alertness and to be in the present. Sensitivity is at three levels. People who are in ignorance at the dark level of existence, they are insensitive. That is tamasic quality. Animals are peaceful because they have bliss of ignorance. Same way, people who are on the streets, homeless, or who don't value their life to be important, they are blissful because of darkness. They are not sensitive. They are not sensitive to the feelings of others. So this is lower stage. When you evolve more, you become sensitive. Your ego awakens. I want to find pleasure. I want to be successful. You become sensitive. You become sensitive to seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, and you become more and more refined into this. But this is rasic quality because you are seeking for pleasure. You become sensitive. Also, you become sensitive to the suffering of others. You usually suffer along. And this is what happens. People are at this level, they become very sensitive. They have sympathy of others, but they drown in their sympathy because they see their suffering in the suffering of others. So when they become sensitive, they also suffer along with that. There is a higher degree of sensitivity at sattvic level. Sattvic level, you are established into yourself and also you are sensitive to people. You provide service, but you are rooted into self. So you provide service, but you don't drown yourself. So those people who provided maximum amount of service are the one who are rooted within them. Otherwise, if you become sensitive and drown along with people who are suffering, you cry along with people who are crying, you will doom yourself and others. But if you have peace within and you cheer up people who are suffering, you have provided service and you get joy out of it. As one evolves spiritually, one becomes more sensitive. So people who live at a gross level, they are not sensitive. Those who are more refined, they are more sensitive. Simple example is, if you go to some third world country and eat like the natives and drink like the natives, you get sick. But they don't get sick because they are used to all the pollution and contamination, and you are living into more refined environment. Same way, you can see some people eat all kinds of junk food, they overeat, they use wrong combination. Also, they have caffeine, stimulants, everything. They eat all the times. They seem to manage all right. But as you practice yoga, you practice meditation, you observe your diet, you eat pure food, your system becomes sensitive, and you can see that even slightest manipulation would disturb your peace. For example, if somebody eats pure food, by mistake eats small amount of junk food, their system will reject it. I did my experiment and I experimented with caffeine, that is tea and coffee, and sweets. And I was doing all this in moderation. I took coffee or tea only once in a while. I ate sweets in a small amount once in a while. But becoming more sensitive and exploring, I found all the deeper insight that caffeine and sugar, even in small amount, disturb my digestion. It disturb my elimination. It disturb my peace, sleep. So you can see when you become sensitive, small amount of imbalance or wrongdoing can disturb you. So one has to explore own self, look at own life, and determine what is good for you or not. If you are not sensitive or if your system is not pure, you can do everything and nothing will happen to you. We have to use common sense. For example, they describe certain prescription or certain vitamin that take certain milligrams for this problem. But they never tell you that this prescription or medicine is for certain size of body weight. So somebody is 300 pound and somebody is 100 pound, their quantity should vary, but doctors don't pay attention to that. Another example, that when your body is weak, you go through surgery and your body is weak, you need the food that body can digest and can heal you. So the ideal food will be fresh juices, fruits, salad, something like that. And look at all the expert dietitians in the hospital. Somebody comes from severe surgery, what they serve is meat and potatoes that body cannot assimilate. We have to use common sense. We have to use common sense by studying ourselves and trusting ourselves. So when we study ourselves, we have greater wisdom and intelligence than outside authority. Doctors know only what you tell them, but you within yourself know much more. Also, sensitivity increases as you evolve spiritually. As you evolve spiritually, your definition of truth or non-violence or non-greediness or brahmacharya or celibacy changes at a different level. For example, non-violence in the beginning is not killing, but then it becomes more and more refined. So you become more refined that you don't speak something that hurts other. You become more refined, then you don't even think about hurting others. You realize that all the things happen starting at the thought level. So very refined sensitivity is at the thought level. Your thoughts become pure, and that would influence your speech and then your action. So sensitivity increases as you evolve. Somebody who doesn't know about junk food is bad for them, they may get hurt because of its influence. But after one knows this junk food is not good for me, after that one continues, it will hurt that person much more. So we should become more sensitive and synchronize our thoughts, speech and action. Jai Bhagavan.